Long ago, there was a good and mighty king who ruled a great land. All the citizens of the land hoped one day they could meet the king to receive his blessing and favor. But it had been decreed that no one would be allowed in his presence unless they proved themselves worthy, for the king was high and holy. To be invited to meet the king required that each man had to pass a test. One day, a messenger arrived to remind the people of the king's decree. To prove yourself worthy, you must shoot an arrow across the river and strike my target perfectly in its center. Many in the land believed the test would be easy, but the target stood far, far across the river, almost further than the eye could see. The truth is that no man had ever hit the target except for one man, the king's son, the prince, of whom it was once told had struck it perfectly in its center. Many had tried and failed in years past, but each man continued to believe he would be the one to pass the king's test. Some men thought it was a joke. Others desperately desired to please the king by working hard to hit the target. But again and again, each man failed. Every arrow missed, and none even came close. Then a humble man took up his bow. Like everyone else, he longed to receive the king's blessing. So he raised his bow and drew back his arrow. But soon, he realized he was not worthy to take the shot. He could never, ever reach the target. He was overcome with shame. All he could do was beg the king's mercy and ask for favor he did not deserve. He handed his arrow to the messenger and said, "Only the prince can hit the target. I am not worthy, but he is. Would you ask him to hit it for me?" And then something amazing happened. The messenger revealed that he was himself the prince, and he honored the man for trusting him to pass the test on his behalf. And for his act of humility, he would now receive the king's blessing and favor. What the humble man had realized was what the king wanted every man to know. Let my son pass the test for you, and you will live in my presence forever and ever. And this is the lesson for all of us today. Never forget, God is holy.